G'day, Omar Abidi, Principal of Oz Realty Estate Agents. Today's quick tip is for vendors out there who are looking to put their property on the market, and we asked the question, when's the best time to sell? When's the best time to put your property on the market? There are a few points that I'll highlight here today that may help you come to that decision. I guess if you need to sell the property and your motivation to sell is to the point where it has to come on the market, it's a different story. You're going to have to work with your agent to tailor a marketing plan to overcome maybe seasonally a bad time to put a property on the market, maybe in the middle of winter. It's sort of a different story. You're going to have to try and overcome that. However, generally, when's the best time to sell the property? Okay, seasonally, we're looking at spring. Spring's generally the best time to put the property on the market because weather-wise, obviously, it's better weather, more buyers out there, and your property normally will look better externally in spring in relation to lawns, trees, etc. Around that spring time. So visually, it's certainly a better time to put your property on the market. Dates you should stay away from: Christmas, public holidays, school holidays. These are the dates really where people aren't really bothered to be looking at property really. They're away doing their own thing, spending time with the family, etc. So you're going to have less people, a less influx of buyers coming through your property, which means less competition, and ultimately, in most cases, an average price. So you're going to have to try and isolate key areas in the market and points of time where you should be coming on the market where you can almost guarantee a high influx of market activity. A more meticulous way to look at timing would be to observe other properties that are on the market and what they're selling for. Let's say, for example, there's a property in a nearby street or even in your street that's currently on the market. Wait to see how many buyers go through that property, what the offers are, and what the final selling price is. If there's a record price or a premium price that's achieved for that particular property, it's a good idea, if you're thinking of selling, to put your property on the market immediately after that sale. The reason being is, to get to that record price, there would have been multiple interested parties in that property, possibly multiple offers made. Only one of those buyers would have been able to purchase that property. The remaining buyers would be great for your property because it's a comparable property, they'll be hot, ready to go, ready to buy, finances ready, and they would have already felt the feeling of missing out on a property that they would have liked, so they wouldn't want to repeat that again. So it gives the agent plenty of ammunition to negotiate the highest possible price on your behalf. There are a few tips that you can take into consideration. Of course, there's plenty of other tips that we could go through, and we'll leave them for another day. In the meantime, if you have any questions, as always, please let me know. Cheers.